how not to throw the switch kick. Made that look pretty good, to be honest. No, I'm just kidding. How to throw the switch kick. What's happening? My name is Jake Peacock. Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Ditzo here tonight. Oh, look at that, knee to the body.
Today we're gonna go over the fundamentals of the switch kick, a very, very important technique, one of the most important in Muay Thai. The left kick is such an important weapon, and it's very, very handy if you're an orthodox fighter fighting another orthodox fighter. That left kick is coming across the forearms and the open side of the body and looking to target that liver if it's not defended well. The other thing about that switch kick is you can nullify a heavy boxer's punches. If he's coming at you trying to knock your block off, that left kick is great to nullify that boxing, slow him down, always weighing on the arms. It's gonna take the power out of the punches and you're gonna start seeing and creating openings for yourself. Okay, if he starts checking it, then I do this. To throw the perfect switch kick, there's a couple things you need to know. Much like any striking technique, your power is developed from the ground up. So you gotta start with solid foundations. Your feet have to be firmly planted on the floor. You gotta be in a good base, good stance, not walking a tightrope. This isn't gonna fly. And not stretched out like this. You gotta start in a nice balanced stance. You gotta stay on the train tracks. I'm gonna keep my left foot in line and my right foot in line. Now your switch kick is your left kick coming across the target, and you're gonna bring it into the rear ever so quickly before you throw that kick. Because if I try and throw my left leg from here, okay, you can, it's not gonna have too much power on it. It is a good technique to use, it's a little bit more advanced and takes some very, very smart setups. But for the switch kick, we've gotta bring this left leg into the rear to turn it into a power kick. Now I'm driving from the rear side all the way through to the target. And that's what's gonna create maximum power. You're not jumping both feet at the same time. You're gonna move this leg slightly before you move this leg. So I come back with my weight, I lift my left leg first, and then my right foot steps forward. It's done really quickly, so it looks like you're switching at the same time, but this foot is moving slightly before this. If you do it wrong and you rotate everything in this direction, but you're trying to kick over here, you're gonna have a very slow, lethargic, and weak kick. I've got to keep my hips facing this direction. Where your toes on your rear foot are pointing, that's the direction the power is gonna go in. If I try and kick with my left leg, my right foot is pointing forward, this is what it's gonna look like. The extent of my power is right here, in line with my foot, where my foot's pointing. If I turn that foot, now naturally, my hips want to rotate over, so I square up again. So when I switch my feet, that right foot's going to be pointing as far as I can in this direction. And then even when I kick, it's going to turn even more. Boom! So I'm kicking through the target. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fire. My hips are pointing over in this direction. My shoulders already turning this way. I'm going to drive, snap my arms, pull my right shoulder back, and kick through the target. This foot is going to allow that. If I switch and point my feet this way, now I've got to adjust before I can kick. But keeping my toes pointed to the right when I switch allows me to fire that left kick as soon as I get into this position with no telltale signs and no reset. You want to drive your left shoulder forward and your right shoulder back as you kick and snap your arms. That's going to give you maximum force. So I'm going to switch my feet, rotate my shoulders, drive my knee across and kick through the target. Understanding where your opponent's center line is and where your center line is leads to maximum devastation and full force and full power. Everyone's got a center line when you're in your stance. Right now, this white piece of tape is my center line. So I've got to be aware of my center line and where my opponent's center line is. Taking it from the center of Chris's body all the way to the ground, you can see that Chris is straddling this line. His feet are evenly spaced apart on either side, okay? So are mine when I'm squared up to him. Now when you throw the switch kick, okay, it's very important to be on the right side of the center line, not on the left. So if I make the error of switching my feet, over to the left side, so both my feet on the left side of the tape. When I kick, I'm gonna kick to the target and not through the target. But if I keep my right foot on the right side of the tape, in line with his lead foot or outside of his lead foot, then I'm gonna kick through the target, and that's what we're looking for. Couple bonuses about this too. When you switch off of the center line, your body is now off the center line, your head's off the center line, so if any straight punches are coming, any strikes are coming down the middle, your head's off the center line, you're not gonna get tagged up as you're switching. Against a pressure fighter, if someone's putting a lot of pressure on you, okay, they're coming forward, instead of kicking to the side and pushing him this way, I'm gonna step off of the center line, and I'm gonna bring my knee across the target, and I'm gonna let him walk into a shin. Every time he comes forward, boom, my shin right across the front of him. I'm gonna slow him down, stop that forward pressure, and change the momentum of the fight. This is why the left kick's so important over the right kick against an orthodox fighter, if you're an orthodox fighter. This left kick is coming to an open side, okay? It's a lot harder to catch. The ways Chris is gonna catch is underneath like this, okay? So taking a lot of the impact on the one hand here, or he's gonna Dutch block like this, okay? The other option is checking, okay? But a little bit more tricky to do, yeah. So if I'm throwing my right kick though, all right, it's easy for Chris to catch, no problem, and he's really safe. He's got a whole set of ribs. His whole rib cage is here, so a lot of the time I'm kicking his back here and not the soft part here. This right kick is easy to catch, easy to defend, and you're wearing it on the ribs, okay? So against an orthodox fighter, it's not a kick that I'm gonna choose to use. My primary weapon is gonna be this left kick, because if he makes one error, it's coming across here, right on the liver, right on the sternum. The open part, the soft part, is not protected by hard bones, okay? The other thing we're doing here is we're shutting down boxing. If Chris has got really nice hands, which he does, when he starts boxing me, as soon as he opens up, even if he throws the jab, okay, and I use my left kick as a counter kick, he's opening himself up to this kick. Same with the right cross. If he throws a cross and I throw my left kick underneath, any punch he throws, I'm gonna be starting to land that left kick, and it's gonna shut his boxing down a little bit. Now, if he's not boxing, he's just in his guard, I'm gonna take away these arms, banging on the forearms all the time as he's coming forward, trying to land heavy hands, and it's slowly gonna wear down on the arms. You've seen before in fights, Canelo will punch on the arms, punch on the shoulders, punch on the forearms, and ever so slowly over a 10-round fight, those arms are getting lower and lower, and then bang, he finds the shot up top. So a super important technique, left kick over the right kick against orthodox fighter. I think it's gold, and those are the ways you can set it up. This is a tip how I use my left kick to set up my left hand. My left hand is like a rocket, and I want to land that on your chin. And the way I do that is I get you worried about this switch kick. I start seeing how Chris is going to defend the switch kick. Maybe he blocks it, maybe he checks it. Okay, if he starts checking it, then I do this. Boom, down the pipe with the left hand right on the chin. Whether he's checking or catching that left kick, if I know he's doing one of those two, I switch my feet, boom, and I pipe him with a left hand straight down the middle.
And all praise to God. I am so grateful. Look at me, guys. Look at me. And I'm on the world stage whooping butt.